Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Ashley. I created a new spread the other night, so I decided to do the zodiac signs for the month of June energies with the new spread. This is for Cancers. I have to apologize profusely to you guys. I did your whole spread and it was fantastic, and I was able to get it all done without my phone shutting off on me like it has been in the last few days. And then I went to do the description and I accidentally hit the back button and it deleted the whole thing. So I apologize, guys. That you didn't get to see me shuffle. It's one of those things. I like transparency on my channel because I like to be transparent. I like to be authentic. So whenever I don't get a chance to shuffle for you guys, I just feel bad. Hopefully you guys can forgive me and we can get into the spread. So your overall energies this month is going to be the Ace of Fire. I'm really excited to see this in your sector. I know a lot of Cancers, and you guys are some of the most creative, driven people that I know. So I'm super excited to see the Ace of Fire, which deals with that co-creative inspiration, like putting it into action, like you're on fire energy. So I'm super excited to see that that's your overall energy for June, because as most Cancers that I know go, things are kind of back and forth. So let's get into the spread. On your physical path or your spiritual path this month, guys, you have the Knight of Pentacles. This denotes to me that the Knight is, he's very methodical. He's very cautious. He doesn't speed into things. So he's bringing that abundance to you in a very slow, not slow in a bad way pace, but in a patient pace. It's all about divine timing this month. So he's bringing that in for you, but he's taken his time because that's what he's meant to do. Especially with him being in your spirit sector, he's divinely guided to do that. So in your struggles for your spiritual path, you have the Nine of Wands. And I think that this very closely goes along with this. If you guys are not able to wait patiently for the abundance that Spirit's going to bring you, you can feel like this guy is battered and bruised at the end of your journey and just waiting for that last step of completion. And here's the thing, you can be this dude, you can be this guy waiting for stuff to end and stuff to change, or you can look back at all of these wands and be like, you know what, it was a crazy journey, but I survived it, I learned from it, I got a lot of good out of it. So it's really about perception. And I know, us going from the Scorpio moon into the Gemini new moon, and Cancers being a water sign, it's emotions are running high. So it's one of those things about kind of not letting ourselves be, about you guys not letting yourselves be overtaken by the ocean. I mean, you can be on the beach struggling to get up the stand and have the winds try and grab at you and pull you back down, or you can just sit at the bottom of the ocean and co-create with yourself and with Spirit in a environment that's that's your environment. It's something that's natural for you. So in your physical sector, we have Justice. This to me is talking about balance this month, especially, having such emotional times lately and going into your sign at the end of the month. It's our middle to end of the month. It's one of those things to stay, especially in the physical world, to stay balanced. I feel like there's a small part of Cancers out there that you guys will have favorable outcomes, but I think more than not, it's all about having that balance within yourself, especially with physicality, or in physicality. So go do meditation, go out for a walk, being a water sign, get into water to help heal you, even if it's an extra 5 minutes in the shower, just letting the water wash all over you, let your cares go away, especially with this card that comes up. Now, I'm not a big person that reads into the largely negative side of the tarot, because of the fact that It was basically created in the emotional dark ages, and so I use it more for intuition. So sometimes this card comes up as that like heartbreak card, as that loss card, as that lack card, but for you guys, I really feel like this is a timing card. So it's a 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years, hopefully not 3 years. But you can let the storm pass while you're waiting for this patiently, and while you're balanced with this patiently. Or you can let the storm overtake you and be that crab on the beach trying to get out of the waves. So, yeah, especially this being in your physical, your physical struggle sector, you know, I really think it has a lot to do with, it feels like it has a lot to do with that Knight of Pentacles, with that abundance coming in. So I don't necessarily mean financial abundance. Financial abundance is not the only form of abundance, guys. Your guidance card for your spiritual and physical path is the don't sweat the small stuff. So at the end of the day, like, we can all make mountains out of molehills, or sorry guys, my nose itches today. We have a lot of pollen coming out. You can make a mountain out of molehills, or you can let the little things go. Let spirit take it, not worry about it, and focus on the things that bring you this energy. Focus on the Ace of Wands energy, or the Ace of Fire energy, and co-create with spirit, co-create with your higher self to bring in things for you that are good for you, instead of sitting in that negativity of when is it gonna come? When is the last wand gonna be in place? When is my new journey gonna begin? You know, when is that abundance coming in so I can take the next step? Sometimes we need to complete out our journeys in a positive way, so that we can take that next step in a positive way. Because if we still have lingering conflict with the journey that we're ending, and we take that little seed into our next journey, it's just going to become a whole forest of issues for us. In your emotional sector, we have 8 of Swords. Again, guys, you can choose to be this lady who is bound and blindfolded and standing in front of a bunch of swords that are gonna, you know, overtake her if she takes a step. Or you can look at this as those swords cutting away the blindfold and cutting away the bonds, and finally seeing clearly within your emotions what just needs to get to be taken out of your life, because it doesn't serve you anymore. Not all emotions are there to serve us 100% of the time the rest of our lives. Especially emotions like victimhood and scarcity and lack. These things don't serve our greater good. So if you guys need to do so, get nature, do meditation, do whatever is comfortable to you to go into those healing modalities that you like and that work for you, to take away the stuff that no longer serves you emotionally this month, as well as mentally. But we'll get into mental path in a second. Your struggles in the emotion sector are the Ace of Wands, which is the Ace of Fire. So you get it twice in this spread. But here's the thing, you can have this as an overall energy card, and you can wield this wand with great majesty like the Magician, or you can let it overtake you emotionally and let this be your card of your bane this month, your suffering this month. It is your choice, guys. Some of the best logical thinkers I know are Cancers, so it's not that you have to sit in your emotions and wallow. You can take yourself out of those, out of that energy, and create some great things. Some of the best nurturing creators that I've ever known are Cancers. So you guys have great potential, and it's easy to forget that sometimes, but definitely remember that in June. All right, you have a 3 of Wands in your mental sector, and this is about her watching her ships come in. But I'm getting from my guides that this is another timing card for you guys. So those ships right there, those are coming in for her, and she's at the shore being like, why aren't they at the shore yet? Why aren't they here? It's another sign to remind yourself to be patient. We've got timing cards twice, both in the physical sector, physical path, and physical path is both physical body and physicality, and then your mental path. So I get it, guys. We want that instant gratification, and this comes up with your struggles with the mental path. That 8 of Wands energy is things coming in swiftly. This is something you're struggling with. You want instant gratification this month. All of these cards are telling you that it's not going to come in as you think it's going to come in. You need to be balanced. You need to be patient. These cards are telling you, I really feel like even though they're 4 separate paths, that they're really telling you guys, like, hey, it's the same issue here. Abundance is coming in. You've got it with the Knight of Pentacles. Stop feeling like you're bound without it. Stop feeling like you want that instant gratification, like you're bruised and broken and just waiting for that last step to come. You have the, just stay balanced card, and, create this as your overall energy instead of your struggle, while using these as timing cards, guys. 3 days, 3 weeks, hopefully not 3 months and 3 years, because this is June's energy. But yeah, guys, I really think that it's all about you guys having that patience, because especially when like things don't come in when we want it to come in, we start doubting. And it's having that. I'm not a person that believes that if you have one like seed of doubt that like it all fails. I really feel like it's your energy, that you can understand that like doubts are just a part of the ego saying like, hey, do you really want this thing? I mean, whenever I have doubts come in, like it's really just my ego checking in to be like, do you really want this to be, this is something that's out of your comfort zone, and it's going to be a little crazy and it's going to be a little scary. So you need to make sure that this is something you 100% want in your life before it comes in, because when it comes in, you can't stop it anymore. So, take that time, take that patience time, that balance time to get within yourself, to cut away what doesn't serve you anymore. And maybe it's that thinking that like things need to be instantaneous, and that if it's not instantaneous, it doesn't mean anything. It's really up to you guys. But the biggest thing is just have patience this month. Guidance for your emotional and mental body is turn back. I really think this has a lot to do with I put it all in a pile, but is the 8 of Wands, 8 of Swords energy in your emotional sector. Sometimes our ego can get us off track and tell us that we basically what I was saying, like that it doesn't, we don't deserve it, we're unworthy of it if it doesn't come instantaneously. And here's the thing, guys, just because things take time does not mean that we are unworthy of it. It just means that the universe is creating a bigger and better and more amazing thing than we can even think of to come in for us. And sometimes those things take time in physicality. So like, just because you can see something in spirit does not mean that it's going to be instantaneous in physicality. So don't let your ego hijack your journey this month. Turn back. If you find yourself off your true path because ego tempted you off of there, or you just ended up walking a path that the ego pretended that was your true path, just go back to your true path. It's okay to reset in the moment, or in a day later or a week later. It's okay just to go back, and don't beat yourself up about it. We all wander off the path. Even the most enlightened out of us wander off the path at times. So don't beat yourself up about it. But just remember that things take time, and they take time for a reason. Your outcome cards, though, guys, you actually got 2 of them. You got the Ace of Earth, which is having a solid foundation, or not having a solid foundation, but having abundance in, it's Ace of Pentacles in the regular tarot, is having abundance in physicality. And it's like, I really feel like this is, Um, language is my third language, guys. Spoken word is my third language. I intuitively get emotions, and then I get visions, and then I get speech. So forgive me. But the stag is all about leading. So be that leader for yourself in the month of June. You know, lead yourself into that patience, that balance, and in that abundance. So you can use the Ace of Fire to your benefit, and then get into the Ace of Earth energy. And then the Two of Fires, for me, you know, some people have different ideologies about the Ace of Fire or the Ace of Wands, but I am reminded about Hecate. She was the goddess that guided Demeter with the two torches down into the underworld to go find Persephone when Hades stole Persephone from the surface world, from our world. So it always reminds me of Hecate, that Hecate was very strong in her willingness. She was like the only person who went with Demeter to go find Persephone. Everybody else was like, heck no, I'm not going with you. So Hecate was very strong in a sense of self. And I really think this is what my intuition is telling me, what this card is saying. I know it has a different, I know Tarot, so I know that it has a different meaning in Tarot, but I really feel like, especially for you Cancers this month, it is about being that leader for yourself, being that torchbearer for yourself. And if you need to go and do a deep dive into your emotions, now is the time, while you're waiting for those ships to come in, because they will come in. But if you greet them with that seed of, oh my God, why did you take so long? Instead of, oh my God, I'm so excited and I'm so grateful that they're finally here. The next journey that you go on is going to either be the, oh my God, why did it take so long? Or why is this taking so long? Or, oh my God, I'm so grateful for this journey. So it's all about perspective, guys. But yeah, if you need to be Hecate, be that bearer in your own deep, dark caves. Have a good one this month, Cancer. I really feel like if you guys can get out of that emotional darkness, and out of that instant gratification, that you guys will have a great month. I hopefully will see you on my channel, and hopefully we'll see you on Patreon, where I have daily videos for Divine Masculines and Divine Feminines. I have weekly videos and extra content every week, as well as you guys can get tarot or oracle readings with me. So yeah, have a good one. I will hopefully see you soon.